So I debated and whether to share this information as it might be too soon. But I just shared about my thyroid cancer scare surgery and all that kind of stuff that took place back in 2012. And so what is currently happening right now and the prognosis that I'm in currently. So November 2025, they discovered a tumor in my back part of my lung, near my spine, but not exactly on my spine. They've been having a hard time figuring out where it's located. And so I'm getting a lot of conflicting information. I've had a lot of different scans, CAC scan, contrast scan, MRI, it's PET scan. I just recently had a PET scan. And so what I was going in for was the tumor that I just mentioned. And so that's what I was expecting for the results to show from the PET scan, was for that tumor to light up. Because when you go in for a PET scan, it's basically a cancer scan. It goes in, what they do is they shoot you with this radioactive dye through your veins. It's a sugar serum of sorts that basically your cells that are very active, there are cells that are very active and absorb the crap out of sugar. So that's sort of a short version of what it does, is that if you have cancer in your system, or very active cells, it'll show that your body is absorbing this radioactive dye very quickly. So that's why, because cancer cells grow very quickly. So even if you don't have cancer, it can still show up as, pretty big growth. So I got my test results on Friday, and I go see my oncologist tomorrow, so I'm sure I'll have more information tomorrow, February 16th. But the short version is that I am back to having to deal with my thyroid again. There is a very fast growing growth on the right side of my thyroid, the one that's still there. The left side, remember, my thyroid's not there anymore because they removed it during my last surgery cancer scare. And so that is what I'm going to be dealing with first, because they said that's the one that's the most concerning. Then, as for the tumor component, that's actually the third in line concern. The second one that's they're concerned about is there's showing some sort of fast-growing cell growth located in my uterus. So I don't know what that means. And then also, then we're back to talking about the tumor. They can't exactly find where the tumor is located. There's conflicting stories about it being on the back part of my lung, attached, not attached to my lung. It was supposedly on my spine, like a nerve sheath tumor, and that's no longer. It still could possibly be a nerve sheath tumor, but my neurosurgeon, she's like, it's not in our wheelhouse. We don't deal with that. We're sending you to oncology. So now after the oncologist, I'm sure we're gonna have to go address the thyroid stuff first, and then have to address the uterus, and then address the tumor in my back as well. So just sort of, I think, things that I've thought about, the existentialism of my life and all of that kind of stuff. And, back when I was diagnosed with all the other stuff and I had emergency surgery, I ended up being in hot pursuit of God, and I still had shitty things happen to me. And the thing is now I'm deconstructing Christianity, don't really want to have anything to do with it. I don't have anything to do with what I've been in before, that's for sure. And I still have shitty things happen to me. The bottom line is shitty things happen whether you believe in God or you don't believe in God. Some people are just super privileged and they don't have these components. Unfortunately for me, I just seem to walk a very interesting road of always having something not quite right and different things going wrong in my body, in my life, whatever that is. And not because I'm asking for it, because I didn't ask for any of this stuff. It is what it is. So just navigating those components and those pieces, and here we are. So I will keep you guys posted as much as I know, I guess. And as I walk this out, some days are going to be good and some days are probably not going to be. So